Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today's video we're talking all about MASKNE. Yes, the acne that is caused from wearing a mask. We all know her, we hate her, and we need to take her down. If you live in LA, you are aware that it is now required to wear masks again indoors. So we all know MASKNE likes to sneak up when we wear a mask. Because it just only makes sense, you know, like you're literally trapping air and bacteria on your face. Why wouldn't you break out? Why not, you know? I fell victim to MASKNE very recently. Surprisingly, I made it through most of the pandemic without it, but towards the, more recent days, she snuck up on me. And I think it's because I was traveling and I was wearing my mask for a long period of time. So in this video, I will share some products, some techniques, some things I have learned along the way that have helped me get my MASKNE under control and help cover it up in a way that's not going to make the pimple worse. I am not a dermatologist. I am a makeup artist and just a connoisseur of products and just an individual who has experienced MASKNE and tried some things that made it a little better. So again, not a doctor, not a dermatologist. This is not backed by science. This is backed by my own personal experience. So try these at your own risk. We all have different skin needs, but hopefully you can take something away from this video that will help you. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. So the first product I want to talk about is this hydrogel mask. I ordered these on Amazon. I will link these down below, but I actually saw this hack on TikTok or something like it, and I was like, I have to try that. It says, keep skin smooth, firm, tender, and young. Who doesn't want that? It's like a chin strap, and I think it just hydrates you, but also like snatches your jaw. This is what it looks like. Very, serial killer-ish. This hole is for my mouth, and it goes around the ears. I like this one because it connects to the ears, so that really helps it stay on. Versus some of there are masks that just go right here that I've tried, but those will slide off. And then this is your little chin strap. So once you have this on, you can go ahead and just put your mask right on top. And boom, you're doing skincare, you're snatching your jaw, and you're protecting from COVID. So this is really like almost a pro of having to wear a mask, because you probably wouldn't walk around like this, but since we're wearing masks anyways, you might as well get some skincare in there. And what's great about this product is it's actually designed to be worn for a long period of time. It says 1 sticker per day for 1 to 8 hours at a time. So I'm not worried about like leaving a mask on too long or misusing the mask. This is exactly how it should be used. You're just able to do it as you go about your life instead of like being at home. I think this would be a really great thing to do on a plane. I wish I knew about this trick before I did some traveling, because I think that was when my MASKNE started. So this is a great hack for being on a plane, or even just like running errands when maybe you have some breakouts or some MASKNE that you don't want to make worse. Go ahead and throw one of these bad boys on, hydrate your skin, give yourself a nice lift, and cover it all up with your mask. I will say it's a lot on the ears, but that's just something I think you would kind of have to get used to. My next MASKNE hack are these little star patches, Starface Hydro Stars. So these are designed for putting on your pimples, and obviously they're made cute, so you can wear them out as like a statement, or you can wear them under your mask. When I had some active pimples right around here, I just popped them on. I'll pop one on just so you can kind of see. They're just these little stickers. And you just pop them on. And especially if your pimples are right here and maybe you don't want to walk around with stars on your face, perfect. Put that mask on. Your pimples aren't getting that extra bacteria. Not only are they being protected, they're also being treated. This does reduce your pimples. I actually did have an active pimple like right on my hairline. It's kind of gone down, but I had it on yesterday and I just put the patch on it. And I will say these things, the stickers are really, really good because I actually wore it to the gym, which I don't know if you're supposed to do. I was worried about like sweat getting trapped in there. So I don't know if you're supposed to do that, but I did. And throughout the, like, I put the patch on in the morning. By the end of the day, the pimple was reduced. It was no longer like an active, like disgusting pimple. It was just kind of like a red spot that is on the road to recovery. So I think this is a really great hack to wear either under your mask or just wherever you have a pimple. If you like that idea, but you don't want to have a star on your face, you want something a little more discreet, I would say go for these Mighty patches. I actually got these at Target, and I found these at Target as well. So both relatively affordable and easy to find. So basically it tells you exactly what to do right here. It says identify the blemish and that it works best with whiteheads. I definitely did use this on a whitehead. Clean the blemish and apply the Mighty patch. That's another important thing. Make sure you cleanse. I just use like a micellar water to like clean that area before applying. And remove after it turns white, minimum 6 hours. I don't know if I followed that or not, but I just kind of placed this on my pimple. It was an active pimple. It was a whitehead, and I kept it on pretty much all day. And by the end of the day, it like took care of the pimple. Like it almost like extracted it, and then I just had to keep it clean. And again, it was on the road to recovery. So these are clear. Like I said, they're more discreet than this, but even if it's not discreet, like I said, since this is specific to MASKNE, you can throw as many of these stars on your face as you want if you don't want to wear them in public, and you're just going to cover it up with your mask. So this next one is an old school hack that I pretty much do whenever I am having some breakouts. It is the famous Noxzema. So this is a cleansing cream. Basically, it's something, the directions say you massage this into your skin and then you rinse it off. So what I do when I have a pimple is I massage this onto my skin where the pimple is and I sleep in it. I don't wash it off. And that's not the directed instructions, and I'm not a dermatologist, so don't, you know, I'm just saying what works for me. This is just, it's a cleansing cream. So what this is doing is it's like cleaning out the bacteria of your skin. It has eucalyptus in it, and that's really what it smells like, and it's basically just cleaning your skin. I actually saw an article about like somebody's grandma has, you know, has a horrible diet or doesn't necessarily eat clean, but puts this on her face every single night and doesn't wash it off and has like the best skin ever. So I was sold after I heard that. You can pick this up at the drugstore, and I will say I was using this when my pimples were like at their peak, and it did reduce them. Like I put it on at night, in the morning it was smaller. And I know you're not really supposed to do this, but I did have one whitehead that was just like, I couldn't hang with it. I did pop it, which I try not to do, but I pop it. And if you are gonna pop your pimples, a piece of advice I heard from a dermatologist, and this is what I've done since I was like a teenager, is you pop the pimple until it bleeds, basically. So until there's no more white. And then you clean it with hydrogen peroxide and then put Neosporin to heal it. I did not put Neosporin. I put this, which I don't know if that is like way too intense, but it worked. In the morning, my pimple had like, especially the time that I popped it, it was like really dry the next day and just kind of flaked off and was gone. So now, I mean, you could see this is where my MASKNE breakout occurred, and I'm not completely over the hill yet, but like I like to say, I'm on the road to recovery because at this moment none of them are active. They're all healing now, and so now it's just a matter of treating them, you know, like dark spots. And so the active ingredient I'm going to focus on to get rid of these dark spots is niacinamide. That's worked really well for me in the past, and so I'm just going to incorporate that in my skincare. But really, you know, marks on my face is the least of my worries. If it's not an active pimple, if it's not alive and giving me texture, I don't really care because I could just cover it up with makeup. Like it's not that stressful, you know, like when I do have a pimple though that's alive and risen and juicy and painful, like, you know, that's just the worst feeling ever. And it makes me not want to put makeup on it because I know it's bad for it, but then it makes me not want to not wear makeup because, you know, it looks kind of crazy, and it's just like this vicious cycle that is no fun. We've all been there. So these kind of hacks really help me get it under control so that I can just deal with dark spots, because makeup, it can cover color, it can cover discoloration, but it cannot cover texture. So as long as it's just these spots, I'm cool with it. We'll cover it with makeup. And one thing I use to do that is this Bye Bye Breakout by It Cosmetics. This is something I really used when I felt like I was going places where I needed to wear makeup, but my pimples were still alive, and I didn't want to make them worse by putting like makeup that, you know, was going to get into those pores. So I really love It Cosmetics. They're notorious for like almost being like a blend of skincare and makeup. They're super pigmented products, but everything targets like different skin concerns, which I really love. So I had to get this Bye Bye Breakout. Basically, it's a full coverage treatment concealer, and you would apply this to your breakout as kind of like a spot corrector, but it also is like a serum, so it has ingredients in it that'll actually help the pimple. So you don't have to feel like you're taking something that's bad, like a pimple, and making it worse by just putting makeup on it. You're kind of putting something on it that's going to help to heal it a little bit and also cover it up. So I would put this on before doing my foundation. Honestly, I picked this up at Ulta. When my pimples came, listen, I was like, I gotta do something here. So I was in a mad dash. I went to Ulta, and they were actually like running out of this. And so this color is maybe a little bit too light for me, but that's okay, because I'm gonna put foundation over this as well. But this is just what I did when I had my pimples like really popping. I just kind of spot correct those areas. And I'm kind of viewing this as like a layer of protection between my skin or my breakout and the makeup, my actual makeup and foundation that I'm gonna put on top. Any kind of like pimply area, you could just put this on. These were like the big heavy hitters when my MASKNE was like at its peak. Right here, these guys were no fun, and these guys along my jawline were no fun. So I always liked to put something to kind of protect them from the makeup. So this is when, you know, you're going someplace where you're gonna have to take off your mask. Say you're going to a lunch or something like that, and you do want to wear makeup, but you want to have some sort of protection between your skin and the makeup. This does have a slightly different texture than the foundation I'm going to use. This has more of a dry finish, and my foundation has more of a dewy finish. That's okay. Just take like that applicator, and like once there's like basically no product on it, kind of start like blending the edges. I try not to touch the area where the pimple is, but the like perimeter, I just kind of like try and shear that out into a thin layer so it doesn't cause like too much difference in texture in like a concentrated area. The first time I used this, I literally just like plopped it on, and I noticed when I was putting on my foundation it was kind of patchy. So make sure to blend this out a bit. So once you have a nice even texture, you can go ahead and blend it a little bit more with your beauty blender and get ready to go in with your foundation on top. So since that was a little lighter, I am going to make sure my foundation is dark enough to kind of make it blend with my skin again. And I'm just using my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. All right, you guys, that is all I have for you in the world of MASKNE. Hopefully we can take her down, beat her into the ground, and just prevent her before she starts. We do not need these pimples under our mask, and we will not allow it. So hopefully some of these tips and tricks can help you like they've helped me. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.